Hello everyone, today I'm gonna be reviewing the fourth and fifth games of the tournament that I played this weekend. Let's just get into it. First opponent was, like 12 years old at some 1500 rated player. Again I went with my D4 as, I like my D4s. E6, we've gone into French, but I didn't want to get into like the win hour and stuff, so I went c4, he went knight f6, I go knight f3, I never allowed him, so e5, g3. I have him where I want him already. Um, Catalan, really painful for like amateur, not amateurs, but like, you know, inexperienced players, let's say, to handle. If you don't know like the lines of bishop b4s and this and knight f6, a6, and a6, this. It can be a bit too difficult to handle. Um, he went d takes, which is the open line. I went bishop g2. Here there's like built-in lines: a6, knight c6, bishop b4, bishop b7, d5, bishop d7, knight b d7. Um, he went c6, which I think is a bit too passive here. I remember that there is this move and this move. And like after here, bishop b4, bishop d2, a5 probably. You get a game, but I wanted to go here because you can't play d5. Um, as here, and like bishop d2, I think. Or maybe at knight a5 right away. Knight a5, knight b5, bishop d2, this kind of stuff. Okay, here and knight bd7, knight takes c4, knight b6, and I was like, I want to take. If he went here, I would have figured something out. I probably would have taken and like hustled. And this is just a classic Cal, and this bishop's horrible. Bishop's great. Gonna go e4. You have two central pawns versus this. Gonna go d5 or e5. Gonna here, or here, or here. This is just so pleasant. But okay, he went bishop d6. Here, I castled. What else am I gonna do? Here went queen c7, and I thought, of course, I can go like here, right? I can go f4, I can defend knight, I can retreat knight. Thought about this. Castles e4, and this is kind of a problem. You have to go back. I considered a4, which I think is the best move. And after this, like something like here to go into c4. But I went knight c3 here. This is the pawn gambit, obviously. But I just thought this is too dangerous. Takes, bishop f4, like, I don't know, queen somewhere, and then like just queen d6, or bishop d6, and the knight of d5, knight takes, d1, you can't take, you're not castling, you can't go queen c7. This is an absolutely horrible position. Um, so I just thought you can't really take, this move. I realized this move like really surprised him. He spent a while on this next move and he didn't take. He went here, which I knew was bad because I go nicely for now. There might be six. I hit the bishop. I'm not gonna be a target. So the bishop moves. Could have gone e4 right away. I thought about this as always. Like, this is just bad because bishop a3. Yeah, should have gone for this. I would have won pretty quickly here. Just like the six, the eight take. Look at this. Look at these. What are these pieces doing? What are these? Yeah. And I know this idea. This is a common Catalan idea to give this up, give this and this up. Um, okay, I went bishop d2, you know, and here he went bishop b7. I mean, I think he should have just castled and gone for like this. Not there, here. I was going to go like h4. I was just going to go here, 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 here. This is pleasant, you know. There's no way white can be worse ever in these positions. Bishop castle, he got here, and here didn't take. I think this is just losing too much tempo because now here I take. Maybe not the best move. Maybe I should have went knight e5 again, but I was like, I'm letting him castle now. But letting him castle's fine. Just h4 again. Let's go on the king side. Okay, I took, justification being I'm buying time, and now I can go to e5 and stuff. And his king is still in center. And if, but now queen b6. But the queen waits another move, c8, b7 now here. I just went like, maybe not the best move. Maybe I could have gone knight a4, defend this. Maybe could have gone h4 again. Give this up because it's not that important. But I went d5. Justification being, if you castle now d6, and like you're just gonna leave it without two pieces. I'm gonna go e5, knight d5. I could take in the future, but knight a4 first. Um, and when if you take, I got a rook here. Your king is out in the center. Um, you went bishop d6. You know, now I take. Apparently, bishop takes better, which is kind of crazy. I guess this makes sense. This is just a horrible position because you can't ever get out of the center. Yeah. Okay, but you know, knight takes not bad. Knight takes, bishop takes, but being out pressure here. And he should castle. He should just do this and suffer through something like I don't know. Maybe I could have gone h4, maybe not. I should be fine. Maybe queen g4 attacking this, rook f6, bishop b3. But, position can get like equal quick. Like, can't take here and. Okay, I always have an advantage, but he went here. And I was like, I immediately lose that queen a4 because you go here, I was gonna go rook takes e4. Queen is here, here, and where did you go? You go here, queen a3, and you lose this. Or not even, you don't even need here. Threatening this. Can't really defend bow. It's a four. Well, oops. That was double nothing. Queen a4. Yeah, I mean, you can't go here, obviously. You can't really go here because. So yeah, king f8, only move. Now I take. And now I was afraid of bishop c5 a little bit. I guess there is queen f4, but I went bishop b3. I just gain a tempo. Didn't think it was bad. Queen b4, queen a7. It's a position. I should be winning, if not close to winning, just winning outright. And after his next move, I definitely am just almost winning here because I get my rook in. And here he went king f7, which I thought was a blunder, but it's apparently one of the only moves. But realistically, not good. Here bishop c5, putting pressure. Okay, the king is just really paralyzed. And here he makes a big mistake. He goes here. First of all, you can't take. There's no threat to this move. Um, so I just, first thing I calculate, of course, is this endgame winning? Rookie, rookie, here, rookie one. Um, I thought about like rook d5, a4, rook a5, and the king's close, so maybe this is not winning. This is probably close, but I just did not see a need to rush this. Um, Apparently I should go like rook c1, which I think makes sense. It won't go here, here, and again here. Yeah, I should have done that, but I went a4, which is not bad. You know, it's still definitely winning. Point is, I'm just gonna push. Who's stopping me? Um, so because here, which I don't really understand. Okay, I guess I just go a5. Here I thought he should go like h5, h4, because it's looking hopeless. He goes king f8. I take with the rook because I want this pinned, so I want an extra move, and I play here, attacking this, still defending this, and I'm making way for the pawn. So he went king f7, so now he's on pin, so I had to take, and just a6, and I didn't see a defense. Um, you know, rook c1 immediately would have also been good, but I think what are we? Like, yeah, I don't see how you defend a6, rook c1, and I'm getting here. There's nothing more to do. Try queen f6, a6, and here this just loses. Rook c7 here. We played a few more moves. He went like queen b6, went here, 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 and here he lost on time. He didn't resign. He didn't have much time to begin with, so it's basically resigned. So this is one of the clear games, I think. There was never a point where I was worse or even equal, I think. I was just always like comfortably either slightly better or winning, starting with rook d8. Rook d8 was a big mistake. Just kept his king instead of too long here. Yeah, that was that game. So we're heading into the last round. You know, with the first person that I'm able to small talk to because they're my age. He's like 19, and you know he's a very kind person, very gregarious. So we have a little bit of chat, and the game starts d4, like d6. Here I thought about playing a bit noni, because I kind of need to win this game. So for context for the tourney at this point, the kid I drew in the first round has beaten everyone else. So have I, and the kid is going to win probably his next game because the other one's a rookie. So kind of need to win. So I took really unnecessary risk. Like I could have just played this game very calmly. Let me preface this game by saying this was the worst game by far. This was a horrible game. Um, but okay, I went e6. We went to Nimzo. I went into the Noah, which I like. I think I like it a little bit more than these. Point is take here, here, here. There's this line, which I remember this line where you go here. But I remember this and I try to implement it here, but it's not as good because the king's here. You already committed the king here. And you committed the knight here. You will commit the knight here. I should have just gone here and just, played a normal game like this. And I would have been better. It would have been better. But okay, I went G5, 95, and H5. It's ridiculous. I mean, let's go C5. You're worse. You're definitely worse now. Like this is too much. You're coming in too much. You're blaming too many weaknesses. But okay, I will go H5. Again, remembering that I G5, H5 plan from the earlier variation, but it's not checkers, not same. Here you could just go here and like this is a horrible, horrible. You need to go F5. Like white is a lot better. Bishop d3, c takes. Your pawn center is horrible. The pieces make no sense. Okay, he went h3, and this is still good for white. And here I make the worst move that I probably play. I play here. It just blunders a pawn. Like it just blunders the fucking pawn. I have to go f5, and then I was thinking like g4. What am I doing? I am doubling a pawn. I'm getting an attack. I don't have an attack here. This is horrible for me. Queen a5, very bad move. Horrible move. One of the worst moves I made. Doesn't take on g5, which, I'm very lucky. He goes here, here. I go here. I throw in this because I'm still scared of, like, I could still go knight g5. Could still do this, and, it could be up every pawn ever. But I was just hoping at this point that he does not see this, and he doesn't. So now the position's tolerable, but I have to take here. I have to give this up. I have to go f6. I have to go, like, I don't know, somewhere bishop b6. This is worse, obviously. Obviously, white's playing to win. But, I open up the G file. Again, there's so many bad decisions here. You should obviously take and then go knight G4. I mean, knight e5 and, like, rook h5. Not rook h4, but rook h5 with rook g5. Okay, we get the same position. I take here, so we get literally the same thing. I was like, this pawn needs defense, and like, it's very losing, like, regardless of what you do here. Um, so I go here. I blundered checkmate. It's checkmate. Like, it's literally mate. I go here. If here, just I don't know. Can't move here, but nothing's stopping this. And if you go here, bishop d3, king h6, like, you know, you knight f7 and rook g6. It's a little tougher to see, but um, it's just ridiculous. Oh, okay, he went here, which, now I'm a little clear of the list. Now I have to make space. I don't go here because I thought, like, here and here. And, what am I doing? And here. Apparently this is good, but no. I just thought rook's better on d8, so I went here, here, here. And here he should give me this check. Give me this take, check he should take. Here's go back here. And, he should go like c4 and bishop f5. Not right now, but he should play like that. Instead, he goes here. And now I'm better. Well, it's equal, but, now I'm playing for the advantage. Now I'm definitely very. I've consolidated, I've developed. My king is safe now. And now, yeah, now this is just winning. This is a winning thing opponent. This is a winning endgame. So I go bishop d7, b4, take, b5. I'm playing the correct moves. Need b4 is a mistake. b4 is a mistake because you just go here. Like, b4 is a target. Even if you go a5, then a5 is a target. Now, I'm thinking that this bishop covers a4, but it won't cover a4 forever. So yeah, that was dumb. Okay. Go b4. Now I lose my advantage, and now I lose any advantage, basically. But this is drawn. After this is a draw now. It's kind of crazy. One push and one king push. I should have gone a4, a5, and then, like, here, and then one this, and taking like this. This is the big difference. Take like this is a draw because this is weak. Just something similar happened. Bishop c4, here, b6, here. there's nothing to do, a5 here. Now I set a little trap. I had to think of like this is objectively a draw, but I have to think about like how can my opponent go wrong. So I thought about ended up playing King D4. First of all, this doesn't win. This doesn't win because he stays on my pawn forever. And if I go here, then I can lose. I have to go here, and this is just run. There's no hope there. If I take here, then King A4, and you lose this pawn, and even if I you go back into the variation. Um, yeah, if you go here, you just lose the pawn. So I went King D4. The point is, you can't go Bishop E2. This is what I was doing. Bishop D7. I keep this. I keep you out of A3, and here, Bishop E6 and then B3 was the point. And now I have some chances. Now, probably go here or something. You can try this, this, but is this really holdable? I don't know. Maybe it is. Probably straw, but no. Um, but okay. I mean, also A3 doesn't work because now the pawn goes through. Uh, so yeah, I don't take here because he doesn't have to take. But okay, even bishop b6, the right move, and I just thought about everything. I thought about fucking this. Like, does this work now? Uh, yeah, and there's just nothing more to be done. I can go b3 and just sack, and that's what ends up happening later on. We play much moves. Here we agree to the draw. This is the worst game I played easily. But we ended with a draw. You're getting mated. Like it was literally first checkmate in like the middle game. Then I was pressing in the end game, but messed it up in a confusing way. And yeah, I ended up finishing second. 3 wins, 2 draws. Not the worst result, I guess, but both of those games were very winnable as well. Yeah, that's it. That's the tournament. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.